Have you ever felt like you are in two minds about something? A part of you wants to do one thing, but another part of you wants to do just the opposite. In therapy, this can mean that people can get a bit stuck. Different parts of them can be literally pulling in different directions, leading to a standstill. One therapeutic approach that tries to deal with this problem is internal family systems (IFS) therapy. What is internal family systems therapy? IFS was developed in the 1980s by family therapist Richard Schwartz. It's based on the idea that our personality isn't a single fixed thing, but instead a whole family of different parts. These parts are like inner voices that hold different feelings, roles, and memories. Parts called exiles carry traumatic memories and painful feelings that we try to push away. Other parts, called protectors, step in to try to shield us from pain. These parts can often show up as managers. These have behavioral patterns that try to prevent problems before they happen, like overworking so that people don't think badly of you at work, or isolating yourself so that you can't be rejected. Protectors can also appear as firefighters, who have behavioral patterns like addictions, compulsive scrolling, or self-harm, which offer an immediate fix to feelings that are hard to cope with in the moment. While protectors can cause problems, they are only trying to help us in the way that they know. IFS supports people to listen to these inner parts and build trust and communication between them, much like a real family. At the center of who we are is the self, which is a bit like the wise captain of the ship. The self can listen to and understand all the parts and offer them kindness and compassion, even the ones that are hard to live with. Just like in a real family, life can feel more harmonious and connected when relationships are better and everyone feels respected. But does IFS actually work? Dr. Megan Bice from the University of Notre Dame in Australia did a scoping review. A scoping review gathers and summarizes all the existing studies on a broad topic to show what's already known and where the gaps are. The review aimed to answer four main questions. 1. Has IFS been tested in real-life therapy settings? 2. What kinds of people and mental health problems has it been used with? 3. What types of research methods have been used? And 4. What are the current gaps in our knowledge? Megan carried out a systematic search on several respected scientific databases to find all research studies that have tried to answer these four questions. This makes sure they find most of, if not all, relevant papers that exist on the topic. She followed internationally agreed instructions called PRISMA, Preferred Reporting Items for Systematic Reviews and Meta-Analyses, which sets out how to search thoroughly, record the process clearly, and show why studies were included or excluded. This helps make sure most relevant papers are found, the review is less biased, and the results can be trusted and repeated by others, where the search, if run again, should find the same or very similar articles. What did the review find? Megan had found 27 studies that answered the questions. The review found that IFS is a helpful therapy for a wide range of people. IFS has been used to help people with trauma, suicidal thoughts, hoarding, low self-confidence, chronic pain, depression, difficulties with sexual identity, relationship, emotional or spiritual difficulties, and phobias. IFS works well on its own or alongside other therapies. Some case studies combine IFS with other therapies, such as eye movement desensitization reprocessing (EMDR) therapy, as well as art therapy and narrative therapy. But there are some problems. More than half the studies in the review were case studies, following the progress of one person. These are helpful as they are very in-depth, but it doesn't tell us if on average IFS would help the majority of people. Some of the studies did involve bigger groups of people, and these seem to show positive results too. But only 2 of the studies were randomized control studies, RCTs. Many researchers think that these are the best way to test whether a therapy works. Although some therapy researchers suggest their use of averages can be quite a blunt tool. You can find out more about RCTs on the Collaborative Libraries Quality Guide page shown here. We still don't know whether IFS helps in the long term, as only 2 of the studies looked at that. Megan also pointed out that maybe researchers only publish their results when they show positive improvements, rather than those that show negative ones or no change at all, leading to bias. All in all, if you compare research on IFS with research on other therapies, there are fewer studies and there's less RCTs. So we can't yet be completely sure how well it works. Despite these problems, Megan's review shows that IFS is gaining momentum. With better access to training for therapists and more research, IFS could become a widely available therapy that respects and works with all the different parts of who we are. If you would like to read the paper the summary is based on, you can find it here.